How y'all doing today? Today is Monday. Praise God. We're going to thank God this morning for another day, another minute, another second, another hour. As you prepare to come in, you can share, like, and love on whatever platform that you are tuning in on today. And we are going to dive into our second series of the process of renewing your mind. Amen. And today's topic, we're going to talk about food in your memory. How many know that, what you eat, what you consume will also affect like your mindset? It will affect your memory. And it also, what people don't understand, like we have this complex part of our body, which is the brain, and it is called the command center. So there's many things that we must do. Not only taking a spiritual approach to it, but we also must do, practical with our physical, right? We have to make sure that we are not only we putting the right food in our body, because we have so many things that works inside our brain. Different parts of our brain serves a different purpose. One, like the frontal lobe, deals with memory, deals with part of the behavior. I haven't studied the brain in such a long time. As I was a medical, I was studying medical for a long time. And one of the greatest parts of the body that I actually had a found liking to was the reproductive area, especially for many. I don't know if many have studied anatomy and physiology, but if you're going the pathway of nursing, that's basically that's where you learn about the different medical terms and terminology and what is good for us nutrition in reference to feed the organs and the things that we have in our body. And yes, we know the word of God, right? We have to begin to really, try to make sure not only for the physical, but the mental, the emotional, as well as it's a financial piece to that, right? Because eating healthy, it requires a lot more money, right? You can tell that too at the stores. Like anytime that you're consuming or looking to eat more healthy, the healthy foods cost more, right? And of course, the foods that is not so healthy, they cost less. And they also over time does a lot of bad things in reference to our body. And after a while, we just have those little different taste buds. Yes, we got the taste buds. And we tend to continually eat what we want to eat or what we feel as though tastes good at that time. But that over time will actually begin to have a negative in our body, because it doesn't gives us the proper vitamins and nutrients or um, the other minerals that is needed for us for our bodies to function at a optimal rate. So today we're going to talk about part two to the process of renewing our mind. And this topic is on food in your memory. How many times have you been told that you are what you eat? If you eat lots of greasy or sugary foods, it eventually show up as fat and you gain weight. When it comes to your memory, the foods you eat play an important factor in how your memory functions. Your mother, no doubt, always told you to eat all your vegetables so you would do good at school. She was absolutely right. Eating an adequate amount of vegetables will help improve your memory. The best ones to eat are those dark, leafy green ones, such as kale, broccoli, cabbage, spinach, and collard greens. If you aren't a fan of these vegetables, try eating them in your salad. Or you may like to join the green smoothie. revelation. How many people know that you have been seeing a lot of people, they talk about smoothies, right? Because if you don't like the general taste of it or don't know how to properly prepare it, it's easier for you to put it in a smoothie so that way you can drink it. Mix up 2 cups of greens, add a banana and some berries, mix with water, and you will have a tasty smoothie filled with your brain boosting power. As well as veggies, you want to increase your intake of berries. Fruits such as blackberries, blueberries, and cherries contain something called anthocyanins. I'm going to spell it because I know I messed that word up. ANTHOCYANINS. Another memory boosting element. Omega 3s fatty acids are also great for your brain and memory. These fatty acids contain DHA, which has been shown to improve memory, especially in young adults. The higher your levels are of this fatty acid, the more efficient your brain will function. Your best source of DHA can be found in seafood, algae, ah, I'm going to spell that ALGAE, fish oil, and fatty fish such as salmon, tuna, sardines, and herrings. Walnuts and chicken peas are other sorts of omega 3 fatty acids. One lesser known good source is found in carbs, and is found in crabs. Crabs contain a amino acid called phenylamine. This helps in the production of adrenaline and helps to keep your thyroid hormones in top shape. Eating moderate amounts of green meat can also assist in improving your memory. Red meats contains the vitamin B12, which provides your brain with an energy boost. For seniors who are finding they are becoming forgetful, adding extra celery to your diet is recommended. Celery contains lutein, which helps to reduce inflammation in your brain. This will help reduce the amount of memory loss due to the aging process. And added benefit of eating these foods regularly is that you are not just improving your memory, you are also improving the health of your heart. And this can help you live a longer and happy life. So, as you can see by our short topic for today, we had talked about food in your memory, how different things is really important to place in your diet if you have not been doing it. And I know for a lot of people, especially the younger people, I could say for my son, that's one, right? My youngest son. And he says, I tell him about eating healthy all the time, right? Changing our diets, changing the way we eat, and not trying to wait until you get older when you end up coming up with health problems. If you begin to start incorporating it now in your diet as you are younger, then as you get older, you're still so like, you know, you will be able to eliminate a lot of the health issues that tends to try to attack our body today and how we eating, right? And yes, you can still eat your favorite meals that you want to have, or maybe, yeah, you have a thing about buffalo wings like me. I like hot buffalo wings, but I know that hot buffalo wings, number one, is fried. Number two, it has a whole bunch of salt in there when they put the hot sauce on there. So, being though I know that it's not necessarily a full 100% healthy meal, I will eat that in moderation. So we can still eat the things that you like, but eat it in moderation and eat the right serving size. We want to continue to pursue in getting healthy, being healthy, because I'm gonna tell you, if the things that I knew now, if I would have knew back then, I would have eaten a whole different way. And maybe I could have avoided even some of the things that I'm dealing with right now in my health. But, at that time, the older folks, our relatives, they, I don't think being healthy was a big thing for them back then. I'm just going to say my people being healthy was a back then thing for them. And I know that a lot of times that far as people, they say, shoot, I'm grown, right? I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to do what I want to do. Look, we all got to die from something. You may have heard that. And you may still continue to hear it from other people now and then. And I'll be like, Lord, right? Lord, help them in their mindset, because we need to change our perspective of things. And I know a lot of times when we go to the doctor, and we may just be thinking, okay, these doctors, they just want us to eat lettuce, or they just want us to eat stuff that's not healthy at this point, that doesn't, they just telling us this. No, actually, a lot of these doctors are really concerned about our health, right? A lot of these doctors, they are. Some of them are generally concerned about our health. Some of them, they sit up there and they make it their life mission to try to tell us to eat healthy, exercise, drink a plenty of water, and those different things. And yes, if you're not in the medical field, a lot of these things are not like the best topic that you really would get knowledge about, because you're not in that field. But if you're coming up and the health field is your desire, yeah, you also learn these things also too in the health books. And something has to be like key, something has to be right, because the doctors are saying it and the health books are saying it. Or are you just thinking that they just memorize everything that they read and studied in school? No, not so. They have to have the lifestyle. You have to have that lifestyle. It's always the lifestyle change that we need. And a lot of times, of course, we get caught up on what we see and what we like and what we have the taste for. But a lot of times that's not healthy for us. And what is not being healthy for us, those things that we just need to really eat in moderation. Because even though, if you sit back and you think about it, if you are a mother or you are a father, and you have raised your children up, from a baby up, and you sit up there and incorporate vegetables and fruits in their diet, right? You're training them up as younger to eat healthy. But some along the way is you not doing the same thing as you raising up your child, right? So you tend to slack off along the way, because you figure, okay, I'm the adult, I'm going to go ahead and eat what I want to eat, and it's going to be good. But as we continue to like train up our children that to eat healthy, we have to continue to eat healthy too as well. So that way we can also have great health benefits and experiences in our own body and in our own life. And as we are doing that, right, really do some research on the different organs and stuff that we have in our body. Our body is complex, right? Under all of this hard shell, we know the skin, right? But underneath the skin, we got the skeleton, we have the different organs that we use, and there is vitamins and minerals that fuse that organ. So if we are neglecting in one area, then another part of our body begins to fail after over time. And then we require medication. Then you may have to go to dialysis or different other things or different other experiences from the different medications that we have to take. So in order to sit up there and really alleviate that, we need to know and eat the right proper things to put in our body. Especially too is if you see the people that are like, God has blessed them to live in a 90s, God has blessed them to live in a hundreds. Like there is a method that they're doing. Ask them how have they have been able. I'll tell you, sure, a lot of them have been eating healthy since they was younger. They've been exercising, they read, they get a lot of rest, and a lot of them are still in their right mind even in the older age. So that means what? That you have work to do. I have work to do, right? Because I have always had it where as though, I would eat, healthy for the most part. But there is sometimes, yeah, sometimes I overindulge in little different things that I like I like little snacks and different things. I had to calm down and like scale back because at this point in my life, I'm like, okay, well, shoot, I don't want to continue at the same pattern. I always want to change. And I know, change is hard for some people. Change is hard for some people. But if you do not change, you're going to end up being forced to change because you end up being diagnosed with a health issue, a health problem, whereas though you have no other choice but to change. So why not start now? Why not be in the area of preparing yourself to continue to have a healthy body, to continue to have a healthy, you know, making sure that your organs is working well. Drinking enough water. I know for me, I really don't like water, but because I'm forced to drink water, forced to drink more water than everything else, and then I begin to start looking at the, the benefits of different juices. A lot of the juices, a lot of them have added sugar on there. So knowing that fruit naturally produces sugars. It has natural sugars. But when we drinking these 100% fruit juices, we thinking, okay, well, it's just 100% fruit juices. But look on the ingredients in the back of it. It got added sugar in there. It got added stuff in there that these different companies have added in there. And a lot of that stuff is not healthy for our body. A lot of that stuff, as much as we consume it, is destroying us. It's destroying some necessary organs. So we have to begin to really make different health choices. And this is where it comes up to the conclusion of our second part of the process of renewing your mind. We have to begin to really get it together. Not just me, but you too. And I just pray that, this information has helped you to be able to kind of open up your eyes into some of the things of the living, some of the things that you have been consuming in your body. And then if you happen to notice, like, we have starting to, you hear younger people, they be like, oh, I forgot, or I forgot this, or I forgot that. And it's not just saying that, okay, they just dismissing it. Sometimes they're forgetting because they're constantly consuming and, consuming the wrong things. The things that is bringing up where as though it may contribute to forgetting stuff, being forgetfulness, because they're not properly fueling their bodies. And the same thing with us. A lot of times, we know, even I know it has been little accounts that I have forgotten so many different things. I'm like, oh shoot, sometimes I forget, I don't know what the day of the week is. And I'm in my 40s, y'all. So I know I'm not the only one. I have heard people along the way too. Oh yeah, I forgot today is Friday. Or I forgot today's Saturday. Or what's today's date? What time is it? Like literally, you would sit up there in the old times, you would think, it used to just happen to our grandmom or our grandfather or the older adults that we used to be around when it was begin to be like a normal part of their lives that they was forgetting. And what do they call it? With dementia or no, in their terms, in the old times, it was called amnesia. They was getting amnesia. And I'm not just talking about selective amnesia. I'm just talking about, when the process that you begin to start forgetting. And then also, like, you always have to look back in your lifestyle. You have to look back in your diet. You have to look at back if you're not reading books. Because, a lot of times, yes, we could get so caught up in this little thing right here, this phone, or this little tablet, right? We have our mind set on that. We can Google everything, right? We can Google everything. So that means, you're not reading, you're not doing no researching, because we have everything with the access in our we have everything at the access of our fingertips. And if y'all don't understand the underlying meaning of that, one day I'm gonna have to come on and do a session about that. How, with everything that's moving in the world, right? It is pushing us back to the point is it's pushing us to the point is that we are losing everything from what we have been taught. And do y'all know really, right? Mentally, educationally, that is like really getting us to the point is that we're dependent on everything else and we're not able to think on our own mind or function on our own mind. Like, everything is getting to the point, oh yeah, you hardly write anymore. So because you're not using your hands or your fingers to write or use a pen or a paper, because you could text it up, you could type it up, you can use a typewriter. I don't know if they still using typewriters, but I guess some places are still using typewriters. Typewriters old school. Or yeah, you got these laptops, you got these, keyboards. You're not writing anymore. You're not writing. So if you're not writing right, how are you able to you're not able to use your hands as much. Your hands get all cramped up and everything because you have the things that you was taught to do when you was younger, you're no longer doing anymore. And which to me is kind of crippling. It's kind of paralyzing too as well. It's kind of keeping you from the things that we have learned how to really be able to do for ourselves, because we're allowing these different things to take into place and they're doing it for us. Yes, of course, yes, it may be like, oh yes, you don't have to work as hard, but in order to keep our limbs functioning correctly, in order to keep our mind right, in order to keep everything like our legs, our feet, all of those things functioning, we have to continue to keep on doing those things. And yes, it is good to have this. Yes, it is good to have this, but begin to minimize this just as well as we take it from our kids or grandkids and all of these things. We need it too. We need to take it too as well from ourselves and pick up the book. Pick up the book. When I'm writing, I still, even though my fingers be trying to give me issues, yes, I still write with a pen. I still write with a book. I still read books. I still read books. Yeah. I got dictionaries. I got concordance. I got everything to do the research. I'm still learning. Because you know what? I don't want dementia. My grandma had dementia. My grandma passed away. One of the things that they had put on her death certificate was end stage dementia. I'm sorry, I don't want that. I don't want to wear as though I don't know who my granddaughter is. I don't know who my kids are. I don't want to ever get into that state. So I got to keep my brain sharp. I got to make sure I watch what I'm putting in my body. Got to make sure I'm watching, making sure, look, I have all the necessary vitamins and everything that is needed. I look up herbal things too as well. Like, yes, going back into the original concept, because y'all remember, right, in the Old Testament, what did they do? What did they eat? Herbs, all that stuff. Like, do your research, learn these things, put them in and put them in part of your diet. Exercise, drink water, even if you don't like water, even if you got to sit up there and get let me tell y'all, like, because Dr. always fuss at me. So I made sure I went and got this Mediterranean orange splash water from Walmart. And it has on here, say 0 calories, and it also give you electrolytes. So I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna try this, right? Because doctor keep telling me you try sparkling water. Sparkling water is nasty. I tried that last week. That was horrible. I wanted to do a video on it, but I didn't. It's very nasty. So, since most of the time I have to drink water, so instead of sitting up there drinking fast, sodas or those juices, I said, okay, I go get me some flavored water. So that way I still drink my regular water, but when I want to taste a little flavor, I go ahead and get this flavored water. This actually tastes good. I don't know who it's by though, but I got it from Walmart. I got that, and I also got a splash of black cherry water, so that way I can add that in and see how that goes. And also too, because if since I'm fighting this diabetes thing, right, I'm fighting diabetes. So, however, I'm gonna win at the end. But I added the flavor water onto my regular water, so that way I'll see how that goes and stuff like that. But because of the flavor of it, I'm going to continue to still drink more of the regular water, so that way I could keep myself hydrated. Do you know most of your body is filled up with water, right? Your organs need water to function. Come on now. I know many people that don't like water, but I'm just telling you, water helps with your skin. It helps with your nails. It helps with everything concerning your body. So we have to begin to do better. So I pray that this part of renewing your mind has been a blessing to you. I pray that something that I've said have inspired you to push you to do better in your health, and especially too as we are coming to the close of the 2023 new year, and we want to continue to keep pushing, keep working on, bettering ourselves. Whatever your goals is, whatever your physical goals are, whatever your health goals are, you want to be able to get off some medication that you're on. If you're like me, don't like take pills. No, I don't like taking pills. So I'm like, okay, Lord, this is the most sickest test ever in my life. So, however, God, how long it's going to be, help me to be able to get off it quickly, right? But we have to do a lifestyle change. You have to do a lifestyle change. And change is inevitable. Either you're going to change for the good or you're going to change for the bad. So, you still going to change, period. Right? It's just not it. So you can just accept it and just know, even though some change is going to be uncomfortable, you may not like the taste. You got to find whatever adapts to you. But you have to stop sitting up there. Have to get to the places. I'm going to stop giving these doctors all my money, right? I'm going to stop giving these doctors all my money. I'm going to stop putting all these different medications in my body. Yes, at times, yes, you need it in order for you to work on getting to where you need to be at in your health goals. But it is accomplishable. I have ran across many people that may have been on so many different pills, but once they begin to do the life change, they begin to get off those pills. They begin to eating healthy. They begin to have good reports from there or on and live healthy lives, y'all. So, you know, it's like checks and balances all the time. So I just pray that y'all have a blessed day. I pray that this have helped you on today. Just continue to keep God first and be blessed on purpose. And I am out. This is Coach Joyce Lynn with another episode by Night Your Destiny Speaks. And if you have any prayer, you can reach us at 404-513-2435 and call us for your prayer requests. You can also text us about your prayer request. We will lift you up in prayer and just be interceding for you, with you and your family. And y'all have a blessed day. Have a blessed Monday. Be blessed on purpose. Bye.